Hey guys, here we are back for another Q&A Monday. First episode after being away for a couple of weeks. I do apologise for those of you who have already seen. I did basically an explanation video on as to why I haven't been getting these out and or other videos. But let's jump straight into it. From now on, I will only be doing one question a week. So I'll probably do a system that I'll do that. Anyway, so this question... But before I get into it, actually, I do realise that the shorter the times of the videos, the more views. So in this day and age, everyone's pretty, just want it and they want it now. That's why when I did my videos before, I actually put times. If you have a look at my Q&A videos, you'll see that I actually put a time in there that if you liked the question and you didn't want to go through the whole video, you could just go bang, select the time and the question and one of the 5 questions that you would have had a timer to it and you could have just gone straight to it. Now I won't do that. It'll just be a Q&A Monday, title of the question, bang. Alright guys, so this one is coming from a good friend of mine, Michelle Fairhead. Now she's asked, how can I stop eating so much in winter? Is there foods I can eat that will make me feel full? Alright, perfect example of a winter food, soup, vegetable soup. I know this sounds ridiculous to some, but a lot of the times your vegetable soups are made up of fibrous carbohydrates. So when you look at fibrous carbohydrates, you're essentially looking at things like broccoli, cabbage, asparagus. I don't know if you want to chuck that in your soup, but the greener the better. But what you want to do is basically eat those foods because they're very satiating, take a lot longer to digest, making you feel fuller for longer. Now also the better things about the soup, you sort of mix it up, and for this is winter specifically, obviously it makes you feel warm and happy inside when you have soup. So I would suggest aiming for vegetable soups, and also chuck a bit of chicken through there if you're that way inclined. For vegetarians, I'd probably say chuck some chickpeas through there. It's got a lot of protein, some nice fats, and that'll keep you feeling fuller for longer. Now, just touching on things that make you feel fuller for longer, you have to consider things that are of a lower GI, the glycemic index, a lower GI food, because they make you feel that they take longer to digest, and they will make you feel fuller for longer, so you don't go reaching for other snacks that you may have in the cupboard and or fridge. So to stop eating so much in winter, and people, you got to ask yourself why you do that, and usually it's because in winter you don't feel like going outside. So you're inside, you're watching movies, so you're ready to reach for the chips or the chocolate. 1, get them out of the house. Don't even have temptation in the house. And 2, perhaps have a pre-made snack. Like a lot of people should have cut up carrots, for example, or celery or broccoli. I know it's not the best thing, but if you can combine that with a low-fat type of dip, whether it's a yogurt, a hummus dip, which is really nice. I never was big on hummus, had it and it was beautiful. Try those, dipping with that instead of going for your chips or your chocolate, like I said. The best thing about eating fibrous vegetables is the fact that they have somewhat what is called like a negative caloric density, or a negative caloric intake, where what that means is basically when you have something that's a fibrous carbohydrate like your broccoli or your celery, for example, the celery itself might actually be 5 to 10 calories, but it takes you anywhere from 10 to 15 calories to break it down. So essentially what you're doing is having negative calories. So something that so therefore that's why it can be a free food. So in regards to how can you eat foods to make you feel full, aim for the low GI foods. That's probably the best answer that I can give. Aim for low GI foods. That way it takes longer to digest and you feel fuller for longer. So you're not reaching for other stuff. There's a difference between feeling full and feeling satisfied. Work out the difference because, the more you eat, the more satisfied mentally you possibly are because you're feeling fuller, but that doesn't mean that you're not already full. Does that make sense? You could eat all the broccoli in the world and not be satisfied, but you're full. Satisfied, you could have that means you're sort of reaching for the sweet. You've got a sweet tooth, but you need to nullify that. You need to bring that down, and that's just control over what you eat. So I hope that answers your question, Michelle. Aim for low GI foods, preferably of the vegetable, green, fibrous, carbohydrate nature. And any questions or comments, leave them below. No shortcuts, no excuses, guys. Talk to you next time. Q&A Monday, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
So